Okay, last week and before last week, we talked about Taiji open and close. And last week, we are more detailed to talk about what is open, what is close. Because in Taiji theory, when you move, you need separate. When you close means when you stillness means you are close. What's that mean? And last week I said, for example, the leg move. Every time if you start move from your one joint, for example, your hips or your knee should separate. This is one idea. So from the point, joint, you separate means you have center and at the same time as you have balance and coordination. So for example, like knee, when we try to move from the knee, half is up and half is down. So focus the knee. Be careful here. Anytime if you separate, you cannot move your yang. You have to move your yin. Of course, you need first to know where is yin line and where is yang line. Simply said, the back of your thigh is yin line and the front your leg is in line. So when you try to move your knee, you separate from the knee and up and down same times. So when you move your separate. When you separate, remember, you separate your in line, not yang line. Okay, the hips same. Hips, if you move, you separate the side inline down and another inline go front, separate from your hips. Okay, today we are trying to move the up body. The waist in the middle, the torso is the middle. Torso and waist, they have the only one kind of movement is turn left and right. So anytime, just remember your waist need to make a circle to horizontal and maintain your pelvic straight. That's enough. Now today we talk about how to move your shoulder. Your shoulder is the same like hips. When you start move the shoulder, be careful. You will separate from your joint, shoulder joint, and separate the two directions. This direction, one is your inline of your upper arm and the inline of your torso. This is separate. So detail is I will start from the shoulder, same time to separate to front chest half and back of my upper arm. And when you start move your arm, we just did is separate from my shoulders. And we also separate from my elbow. How to separate from my elbow? Be careful. I will separate from my elbow joint up from my back of my upper arm and front inside of your small arm. So this is separate. Be careful. Not outside separate, not inside separate. Half inline of the small leg and half outside of the upper arm. This is just separate with my elbow, both elbow, left and right. And this is emphasize separate my shoulder. Then we can same times, not same times, your first elbow, then first the shoulders, then is the elbow. okay? Then I try to focus. Generally, when you practice yourself, my suggestion is only use your mind, focus one joint or a pair. For example, both shoulders or both elbow. Don't try to do everything. Organize is later for body do by itself. Now I practice some old frame, emphasize the shoulder and arm separate. Okay. Today I focus is my shoulder and my elbow separate. Be careful, 2 point is very important. Mu is separate. If you are not separate, it's not the movement of the Taichi. Point 2, any separate should from one point of the joint and separate to both direction, and you must separate from your inline, not yang line. Okay, thank you for you follow my Taiji journey. See you next time.